Good evening, mathematicians. Let's look at this new problem. Prof. McCain has 11 kilograms of clay for art class. If she gives 1/5 of a kilogram of clay to each student, how many students will get clay? All right, well, here's how I would represent this problem. So if I draw one bar, and I'm going to say that for this one bar, it represents 1 kilogram. And we know that she's giving 1/5 of a kilogram to each student. What I need to do is divide this kilogram into fifths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I have fifths. So if each student receives 1/5 of a kilogram, so here would be one student, here would be another student, 2, 3, 4, 5 students. So we can get 5 students for 1 kilogram of clay. But we know that Prof. McCain has 11 kilograms. So what we would want to do is not just have one bar that represents 1 kilogram, we would want to have 11 bars, which means instead of just having 5 students, we would multiply it times 11 and find out that 55 students would get clay. So the way we would work this out is we'd want to think about what's our total. Well, she has 11 kilograms of clay, so 11 is our total. We're dividing the 11 kilograms into 1/5 kilograms. We're dividing them into sections, pieces that are 1/5 each. So what we would do now, we'd put 11 over 1 because 11 is equal to 11 wholes. We're going to multiply by the reciprocal of 1/5. The reciprocal of 1/5 is 5 over 1. And when we multiply, we get 55 over 1, which is equal to 55. So it worked out. We did it with our bar model and we did it with our algorithm. 55 students will be able to receive clay. Let's try this next one. Prof. Campos reads 60 pages of a book on Monday. I'll underline that. 60 pages on Monday and 1/8 of the book on Tuesday. She read the remaining 1/4 of the book on Wednesday. How many pages are in the book? So here's something I want to keep in mind. When it says how many pages, a lot of you have been writing fractions. But if it says how many, that means we need a number. So I'm going to write a note to myself that this is not a fraction. This is a number, and that's the number symbol. So just to start off with, I might just make myself a quick bar model. Maybe I'll do it here. This is my rough draft bar model. We know that she read 60 pages on Monday. So I would write 60 and then MON. We need numbers and words. 60 on Monday. She read 1/8 on Tuesday. So I'll just say, for now, I'm going to pretend that this is 1/8 and it's Tuesday. And then the remaining 1/4, I know this is not accurate yet, the remaining 1/4 on Wednesday. Okay, well, more or less, now I have a better understanding of what my bar model should look like, except now I need to actually make it accurate. So let me draw a bar first. Here's my bar. And I know it's actually pretty easy. My fractions are 1/8 and 4ths. So that lets me know right away that my denominator that I want to use is 1/8. So I'm going to divide my bar into 1/8. So here's a 1/2. And then I'll divide each section into 4 parts so that I have 8 all together. Great. So here's what I do know. I know that she read 1/8 on Tuesday, and we already have 1/8. It's already broken up into 1/8. But if she read 1/4, I need to find out what's 1/4 in terms of 1/8. Well, 4 times 2 is 8, and so what I do to the bottom, I got to do to the top. 1 times 2 is 2. So actually, 2 of these 1/8 are going to be what she read on Wednesday, right? Because 1/4 is equal to 2/8, and that was Wednesday. Well, and we also know that this 1/8 right here is Tuesday. So here's Tuesday, and it was 1/8. And that means if I look at it, the rest of this bar model is for Monday. And I don't know what fraction Monday was, but I know that Monday was 60 pages. Well, wait a second. I have 5 boxes for Monday. If I know I have 5 boxes and all of the 5 boxes equal 60, I should divide 60 by 5 to find out what each box is equal to. Well, I know that 10 times 5 is 50, 11 times 5 is 55, so 12 times 5 is 60. That means every single box is worth 12. I'll fill it into all of them. So now if I go back to my question, I can ask how many pages are in the book? Well, I need to add up Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We already know Monday had 60. Tuesday was another 12 pages, and Wednesday was 2, so that's 24. The other way I could do this is, since I know there's 8 boxes, and each box represents 12 pages, I can multiply and know that there are 96 pages in the book. And let's make sure that works even with our addition. 0 plus 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7 plus 2 is 9. We still get the same answer. So there are 96 pages in the book.